Have you ever said something and then looked around and asked yourself, did I say that out loud? The thought comes through your head as you see someone do something stupid in traffic, or you think about someone who has wounded you in the past, just some emotional relationship or something gone bad. But the words that came out of your mouth were not something you would want anyone in the world to know you actually said. I'm J Loren Norris with Leading Leaders Podcast. And I really want you to think for a moment about those ideas that rattle around inside your head, the emotions that well up inside you, the ones that for the most part you're able to stamp down. And so no one ever hears those words coming out of your mouth. No one knows what those thoughts are rattling around in your head, what those emotions are that you hold and harbor for other people. Or maybe it's an ex. Maybe it's someone that's not in your life on a daily basis anymore. Used to be your boss, used to be your neighbor, used to be your best friend in high school, your best friend in college, and now you just don't see them very often. But when the thought comes to mind that that person is actually still alive, you think, oh, I'd just like to wring their neck. Or maybe it's someone that every time you think about them, you think, we had some fun times together. That was hilarious. But I wouldn't want anybody to know some of the stuff that we've done together. Because it might have been illegal. It might have been crazy. It might have actually been right on the edge of, holy cow, I can't believe you did that. I have some of those friends from back in my days in high school, and from time to time we get together and reminisce, and if my sons overhear us having that conversation, I think, oh my God, don't feed them those ideas. What were we thinking when we put the tractor tire on the roof of the house and rolled it down the hill into the neighbor's fence and nearly took out his house with the tractor tire? Who even does that? Well, a couple of crazy teenage boys who are bored, that's who. But you don't plant those kind of ideas in the mind of other teenage boys because they're going to do it just because they can. Only this time, it's going to be on YouTube and it's going to be on video all over the place because that's what teenage kids do today. But I wonder how many other thoughts roll through your mind when you're, say, in traffic. A thought that if you actually said it out loud, someone would go, you're a racist. Or, you're a misogynist. How many thoughts come through your mind that become words inside your head that you whisper under your breath and you think, nobody heard that, right? So here's the question, though. It's not just about managing the words that come out of your mouth or even the thoughts as they rattle around inside your head, but asking yourself the question, what is it deep inside me that causes me to react in that way? Why do those words even come into my head? What is it that I think, feel, or believe in my inner belief system about that person or that type of person that would make me want to say that kind of thing? Now, I know part of your argument is going to be, well, I would never really say that thing. That's why it's just inside my head. But here's the truth from an old prophet who said, from the depths of a man's heart, he speaks. Meaning, what's deep inside you, what's in you when you're squeezed, that's what really comes out when you're under pressure. When I train communicators, I almost always start the class with this. You will never, ever, 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 never squeeze a pineapple hard enough to get ketchup out of it. It's not in there. It doesn't matter how hard you squeeze a pineapple looking for ketchup, you will always only ever get more pineapple juice. That's what's in there. The question is, when I put you under pressure, what comes out when you're squeezed? Is it vile hatred and profane language? Is it a disdain for a certain type of people or group of people, whether it's their race or their age or their sexual orientation or their religious beliefs or the geography they were born with or the sports team they support? If you have that kind of malice and hatred for males or females, Cowboys fans or Oakland fans, Northerners or Southerners, people from Iraq or Pakistan. If you that kind of deep hatred in your life, that's what's going to come out when you're under pressure. And you may whisper the words under your breath, but it's still in you. Good leaders deal with what's in them so that when they're under pressure, what comes out is still for public consumption. I'm J Loren Norris, and you've been watching Leading Leaders Podcast on Tell It Like It Is TV. Have a blessed day.